Hello everyone, so this is for your weekend vibe. Weekend vibe, pick a card. So, obviously, there's three groups, group one, group two, and group three. Pick one, pick two, pick three groups, pick whatever. So, timestamps will be down below, and I will give you all a minute on the timer for those that just need a little extra time. So, here we go. Okay, everyone, see you in the next section. Hello, group one. So, for your weekend outlook, you have the first up is Three of Wands. And this card represents reaping the rewards of your efforts, progress, expansion, and foresight. It says you plan for the future and you are expanding on what you have already achieved. Go beyond the comfort zone. Stay committed to your path. Dream and think big. It could be like you are aware of upcoming challenges and changes and you are preparing for them. So you can be seeing that, yeah, there's some obstacles coming up, but I'm ready for it. So, and then you have this lady, I'm going to say her name wrong, Saraswati, and she represents mastery. She says, make the commitment to master an area, learn and then learn some more. The pursuit of mastery is never ending. So, and then you have your law of attraction card. It says, I see myself enjoying absolute and continuing abundance. On the back it says, I choose absolute and continuing abundance, for I understand that there is no limit to the abundance in the universe. And so by my attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. There is enough for everyone. The key is for each of us to see it and want it, and then we will each attract it. So I love that. And then for your little like charmy, whatever, this little thing, you have T, Q, and then you have the I, and then you have the numbers 1 and 6, and you have here, this little guy represents Neptune, and he's about illusions, deceptions, and creativity. And then you have the nurture stone, and here, this little one, this little ruin, he's about protection, sanctuary, prayer, friendship, trust, and guardian spirit. So, to me, this is saying that you've been putting the work in. Whatever you're doing, you've been putting the work in. And it sounds to me that you've even been studying or learning what you can about whatever subject or whatever area that your project or whatever area, it could be anything. You've been putting the work in and you are preparing yourself for any obstacles. You're very aware of what's going on and the challenges that you may face, and you're continuing to learn about it. Or if you're not continuing to learn, she's saying you need to learn some more. She says, keep learning. It's going to benefit you. You're doing good. Keep learning. You're going to overcome any hurdles, but you need to keep learning. You need to nurture your idea. Whatever you're working on, this is saying continue to nurture it because it's going to give you the abundance that you're seeking. And the Neptune, he could be saying that you are either going through a creative moment with it, or that by you continuing to master and learn whatever it is, you are going to avoid you'll see through any illusions or deceptions. So maybe somebody's coming to you and saying something one way, but you know from all the research you've done, that's not correct. So you'll be able to see through any illusions or deceptions potentially in the future, if it is for business or projects or whatever. It could be for anything. So you're going to be able to, you're preparing yourself kind of to be able to overcome that very easily. So, and this, it says trust. This is saying trust yourself, or even trust your spirit guides. You're being guided in the right direction with this. And this is saying continue to see that yourself having the abundance, because if you see yourself with the abundance, you're going to attract it. So if you see yourself being successful within whatever venture this is, it could be even just a social thing, like you're changing yourself. It could be dieting, whatever it is, whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be just work. It could be if you want to try a different type of lifestyle, diet, or it's just saying learn more about what you're doing and you're going to see rewards. It could be anything. It could be any kind of project you're having or hobby, a new hobby. Maybe you want to learn how to crochet. It could be anything. It's just saying continue to learn about the topic that you're interested in, or the business or school or whatever, because you're going to reap the rewards later on. But continue to see yourself achieving those goals and stay true to it. So that's good. That's really, really good. So, okay, so think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball, and we'll ask how, like, the weekend question for the Magic 8 Ball. And then, but first, what dish, the spirit of the dish that will be with you over the weekend? We shall find out now. Okay. Spirit of the dish for group 1 weekend. Okay. So you have the Page of Mains. And this is chicken and fries, chicken and French fries. So, of course, this could be vegan chicken. It could be whatever. If you don't like chicken, it could be whatever you want to make it. So, chicken and French fries is the spirit of the dish that will be with you over the weekend. Okay. And then let's find out what your little inspirational quote will be. So sometimes you just have to ride the wave you're given. So this is interesting. So it could just be maybe whatever project you're kind of doing or learning about, maybe it's not as easy, or there's not such a clear path for it. So it's just saying, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. You're going to get there. Just continue to go with the flow. You're going to make it work. Continue to learn, continue to see yourself achieving it. And you're going to do it. It could be something that's a little bit more trickier for you, or more difficult to achieve, or more of a longer achievement goal. But just continue to go with it. Don't give up. Okay, so let's ask Group 1. Oh, Magic 8 Ball, what is the answer to Group 1's question? It says, what does it say? Outlook good. It says outlook good. Okay, Group 1. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you later. Hello, Group 2. So for your weekend outlook, today we have, your first card is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is about indecision or difficult decisions. It's about weighing out options and maybe even avoiding choosing an option because you're just really not sure which ones to choose. And, unclear about what option to take. So that's the Two of Swords. Then you have Shakati, and she's about transformation. She says positive change will come with work. Okay, and then your manifestation card is I see myself attracting harmonizing intent. So it says, I see myself attracting only those in harmony with my current intent, and I am getting clearer and clearer in every moment about what it is that I want. It matters not what others are choosing. What is important is that I am pleased with me, and I see myself. I certainly am. Okay, and so you have for your little charms or whatever you want to call it over here. You have J, E, and then you have H. You have the number 7. You have light purple or lilac. You have the month of December. You have the wisdom stone. And then you have this symbol of Capricorn, and this Capricorn is a water sign, and they represent being a nurturing, family, sensitive, emotional, moody, and psychic. And then you have this little stone here, or this little ruin, is about knowledge, skill, controlled energy, successful ideas, painful healing, sexual attraction, and inner guidance. So to me, this is saying this could be relating to your family, because the Capricorn you have is kind of a family, but it could be anything. You have some kind of, over the weekend, you might be faced with some kind of like decision that you have to make, and maybe it's that you don't know exactly what, you don't have the answers clearly about both choices to make a clear decision on them. Or it could even be, sometimes if this is about family, sometimes it's hard. It's kind of like two family members, maybe they have a little drama going on, there's a little shenanigans, and they want you to make a decision on something, and you're like, oh, I don't like you both, I kind of want to stay out of it. So it could, take it how it works for you. But this could be about anything. It could be about work. It could be about stuff with your house or anything, your family, your kids, your dog. It could be about anything. So you have like a decision, and you're not entirely sure what way to go, or maybe you've been putting the decision off for a while. You need to make it, but you're like, oh, I just wish it would make itself. So, but she's saying that there is transformation on the horizon, and positive changes will come, but you have to work at it. So whatever the decision might be, you might have to put in some extra work at it, but it's positive. And the wisdom stone is kind of going with that you'll gain some wisdom, and or have wisdom on it. Maybe you'll have wisdom. Maybe wisdom will come over the weekend to help you make this decision a little bit clearer. And this is about knowledge as well, so that's wisdom as well. So hopefully, if there is a decision, and it's that you'll have the wisdom at some point over the weekend to help you make that decision. So, and it's funny because this one says, I see myself attracting harmonizing intent. So this is, you're attracting harmonizing intent. So whatever you're attracting, this might actually help you. Maybe if you say this to yourself, like you see yourself attracting, even if it's a sign or whatever, it might help you with deciding the situation, what's the best way for the situation. Because sometimes this card can represent, you don't really know if you made the right decision until after the fact, unfortunately. So sometimes it's like kind of like that, like you're not really sure until after the fact if it was the correct decision to make. But that's life. But so think of a question with, and the December could just be something, maybe it could somehow resonate for you. It could be a month that maybe this decision is going to kind of play out more. Like if it's the family that you have to see them around the holidays, just take it how it is. Or it just could be a month you like or you don't like. It just take it however it resonates, or maybe it doesn't even resonate at all. Whatever. So think of a question. We'll ask the magic 8 ball in a second, but first we will ask group 2 the spirit of the dish. The most important question here, the spirit of what dish will be with you over this weekend. Okay. Let's see, what dish will be with group 2 over the weekend. You got the link. He's been coming out a lot. So the spirit of the sausage link shall be with you, group 2, over the weekend. This also could be depending on your dietary things, your feelings. It could be vegan links. It could be any kind of sausage links, whatever. But the spirit of the link will be with you over the weekend. So, and then let's find out what little inspirational card we have for you. It says, when I stop struggling, I float. So maybe this can kind of go with, you've been struggling with this decision, but maybe it's saying like, take a little time and don't struggle against making it, and maybe it'll be a little clearer for you. So it could even be like maybe take a moment and try not to think about it for maybe the weekend or something. If it can wait, maybe it's a decision that has to be made at that moment. But it says, when I stop struggling, I float. So it's like once you stop going against whatever you're supposed to be doing, it actually works out in your favor. So that's what's that. So, okay, group 2. Time for the magic 8 ball. Oh, mighty magical 8 ball. What is the answer to group 2's question for the weekend? It is. My reply is no. So the magic 8 ball has spoken. It says no. So group 2, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Hello, group 3. Here is your weekend. What can you expect? What vibes are you going to expect for the weekend? So here we go. So the first up, you have the 8 of Swords. Now this card represents feeling powerless and stuck. It's all about negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions. It could be about imprisonment and having like a victim mentality. It's a card of feeling trapped and restricted by your circumstances. You feel like there's no clear path out of the situation, but there is a way for you. You just need to see it. It can represent overthinking and the need for you to change your mindset. So then we have this card here, and she's Pavarti, and she represents devotion. She says, you are on the right track, stay devoted to your path. And then you have your law of attraction cards is attention to what is only creates more what is. It says, many want to point out reality to you. They say, face the facts, look at what is. And we say to you, if you are able to see only what is, then by the law of attraction, you will create only more of what is. You must put your thoughts beyond what is in order to attract something more or something that is different. Okay, so I think this really goes well with this little thing, but we'll get to that in a second. So you have for your little charmies, or whatever you want to call this little area here, you have the letters K, X, and I. You have the number 6. You have the rising sign. You have the stone of accept. And then here is Mercury. It's a sign of Mercury, and it's about communication, mental, and thoughts. And then this little symbol here, this little ruin, he represents gifts, opportunity, love, partnerships, sacrifices, obligations, and karmatic unions. So here, I feel like this is saying that you might be, because the swords are kind of more of what our thoughts are. You might be feeling like restricted. And I feel a lot of us in the last year, we've been kind of going through this at some point or another, like with everything going on, there's been a lot of restrictions. Maybe some of it's imposed on yourself or it's society's restrictions. So this is about you feeling restricted in some way, and you're stuck or you're having negative thoughts and you're not getting out of this negative thought pattern. But there is a way out. She's saying just stay devoted to whatever you might be having. If it's a project or something in your life that you're continuing to have like obsessive negative thoughts about it, she's saying, listen, you got to stay devoted to what you want to do, like what you are passionate about. Stay devoted, or what you're working on. If it's it could be any project or anything, what you're working on, stay devoted to it. I think through that, you might be able to change your mindset a little bit. And this really resonates with this, because this is saying attraction to what is only creates more what is. So this is saying, if you keep continuing to have these negative thoughts, you're going to continue to have the negative thoughts. Like you're going to continue to bring that negativity to you, or you'll continue to see the negativity. But if you switch up, if you accept what is going on, but you now try to see it maybe in a different light, maybe you're going to help free yourself, because you will be attracting more positive things, even if it's just like mentally positive things to you. You'll be feeling better. Because this one is saying, he says there's like opportunities out there. And because the Mercury is all about communication and mental and thoughts. So this is really saying that, you have a lot of this mental negativity kind of going on, or fears, and you need to come out of that. You need to change your mindset. You need to start regaining your power mentally. Like, you need to regain control of your mind. So, and stay devoted. Like, if you have a hobby or something that you like to do that makes you happy, maybe right now devote more time to that to help you pull out of this negative mindset, and it's going to do wonders for you. So over the weekend, maybe whatever you like, I don't know, whatever hobby that you like. I recently started getting into plants, and I do enjoy if I have to transplant something or look at the plants. I've started to do the whole plant thing. There's a whole world out there with the plants. There's a lot of information. A whole world I never knew about until recently. And I enjoy it though. It brings me happiness. So it kind of, for me, it gives me that mental break that I need, and it helps change my mindset or my outlook. So even if it's something that you enjoy doing, maybe be devoted this weekend to something else that brings you joy, and it's going to help you with the mindset. And remember, you are attracting what you put out there. So change your mindset. You're going to start attracting better for you, like better things for you. Okay, so start thinking of a question to ask the Magic 8 Ball. And the rising sign could indicate that, maybe happiness is on the rising, but you just need to accept that maybe this is out of your control, whatever's going on. You just have to, unfortunately, accept that you cannot change it, but focus on the things that you enjoy, and it'll help change your perspective, and eventually things will work themselves out. Okay, so think of a question to ask the Magic 8 Ball, but first we will answer the age-old question of what dish shall be with you this weekend? What spirit of the dish, what dish spirit will be with you over the weekend? Okay, let's find out. Okay. You have the Ace of Sides, which is chips and salsa. So this dish of chips and salsa shall be with you. Very nice spirit there. Maybe this will be your spirit guide or something. It's chips and salsa. So, see, chips and salsa, to me, if I had to put a personality to chips and salsa, this might sound ridiculous, but you know what? That's fine. I'll go there. I got no shame in my game. I'll be ridiculous. Chips and salsa always it feels like it's a fun dish. A lot of times you have like a lot of different vegetables in there. You got some colors, different colors. Some of them are spicy, some are mild. It's a fun dish. It's a kind of a dish that like almost anything goes. You have a little lime in there, anything kind of goes. It's fun. You have the crispiness of the chip and like the smushiness of the salsa. And it's just saying, you got to have a little fun. You got to like have a little chips and salsa, even if it's not actual food, but you have to have the spirit of the chips and salsa, the kind of like fun fiesta, vibe going. So maybe that's what you need. You need a little spirit, the spirit of the chips and salsa over the weekend to help you break out of this this self-imposed or this restriction that you're feeling. Okay, so let's get what kind of inspiration card. Okay, so here we have, let your hopes, not your hurts, shape your future. This is so relevant to this. So this is basically saying, let your hopes, not your hurts, shape your future. So here we go. So this is saying that you're probably, maybe you're focusing or obsessing about whatever situation is bothering you. But it's saying, focus on the good. Don't let the negative dictate how your life is going to be. And you're going to just change your outlook. So this is saying change your outlook. So there we go. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but it's good advice still. Okay, so let's see Group 3. What is Group 3's weekend message? Or the answer to Group 3's question for the weekend? Oh, Magic 8 Ball, what is the answer to Group 3's question? It says, my reply is no. So the Magic 8 Ball has spoken. And Group 3, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, talk to you later.